All right, we're here, day number 3 of the 2011 Autumn Colors Classic. Standing out with the driver of the number 22 machine in the limited late model division, Mr. Chris Mitchell, the Dynamic sponsored Toyota. And Chris, you guys have gone out through 2 rounds of practice so far. How's the hot rod doing? I saw you guys were making a couple adjustments under the hood of this car.
There's any of the races we've run here at the night time, right? So we're chasing the car a little bit right now with the sun on the track, but our heats tonight are obviously later on. That's the late model division. So I think we're going to get the car really good for the daytime. It's a good practice for Sunday's race, and I think we got a pretty good piece.
I know that throughout the entirety of the summer you haven't been able to be at the track and compete as often as you obviously would have liked to. Is it hard getting a handle on this car and getting it set up and making the changes necessary when you're only running on a very limited basis?
Yes and no. You got to remember that Peterborough's my home track, right? I started coming here when I was 3 years old. I've been around this track, I've been walking around this track, I've run around this track, I've ridden a bicycle around this track, a motorcycle, a snowmobile. I've done it pretty well all, and it's kind of like home to me. So I literally probably have 2,000 laps around this place in the last little while, so it's been good entertainment, and we always know how to get around here. It seems it's kind of my home.
It looks like you guys have a really limited crew this weekend. It's just Earl Ireland, you see the 43 car, Mike Rusher, and yourself. Is that sort of hampering you guys a little bit, not having the manpower that a lot of these teams do?
I'm a control freak, just ask my wife. I like having a smaller crew, to be honest with you. I keep handle on things, and I keep pretty well everything in my head. I mean, we have some notes, but I can reference them quickly if I need to. 9 times out of 10, I remember what it is. If I'm doing it, then I can mark an order out, get one guy to do it. Sometimes I find there's too many chiefs and not enough Indians, so it's part of the reference.
You guys were so good last year in the feature, had really a breakout performance. A lot of people started mentioning and noticing Chris Mitchell obviously had contact late in the race with Tom Walters, who was leading. Both of you guys were unfortunately taken out and sent to the back. Are you looking to really avenge that? Do you have the car to win on Sunday this season?
I hope so. You know, like again, referencing back to what I said earlier, it's a great track here. I have a lot of experience here. That deal with Tom was just a bad deal. I respect the man. Like I said, I've been coming here since I was a little kid. I've watched him race and seen him do the same thing 1,000 times. I voted for him to get into the Hall of Fame. I love the guy. He's a talented driver. It's an unfortunate event. Hopefully we don't get into that again. But like I said, you kind of talked about this at length. You know, if you have a faster car and the guy's on the bottom, I'm sorry, it's the Autumn Colors Classic, man. You get a little bump and run, then Tommy needs to be able to take it a little better than he did, I think. And hopefully if it happens again this year, maybe the guy that gets into it. And if it happens to me, I respect that too. So if I have a slower car and somebody else can get around me, so be it.
Well, results notwithstanding, everybody remembered that performance, and you guys were so good for 74 laps, and definitely a lot of momentum coming into this season's edition of the Autumn Colors Classic. I know you got quite a few names on the car. Go ahead and shout out some sponsors for us.
Yeah, one last thing Tom and I have made up, so we're back on good again. Just racing, so it's all good.
It's important to mention that.
Earl Ireland Auto Sales is a big supporter of mine. We work at the same shop. He's a big help, and I appreciate everything he does for me, and I hope he appreciates I return the favor on his ACT late models. So he's a great guy, and he's helped me a lot. Dan McCaddy built one stout piece here. If you look at Craig Graham's history in this car here as well, you know, this car is built for this track, and it loves this track. I've got ISL Insurance, Paul to the Auto Sales, Fourth Metals, Race Toyota. Everyone's been on board for a long time now, and I appreciate all their help.
One last final question. Do you have anything sort of on the go for 2012? Might we see you back out at the racetrack more often next season?
It's hard to say. I mean, my work commitments are what they are. I have 2 small children, a family to take care of, so that comes number 1. This is still just a hobby, and you know, we enjoy when we can get out, and we try to run as strong as we can whenever we do, but unfortunately it takes a back seat to other priorities in life. So maybe we can get down to Florida. We'll run there this February and have some fun, and then if we can pick and choose a few select races, we'll circle on our calendar. I'll be sure I'm home for them, but otherwise that's probably about all the commitment I can make at this time.
Well, Chris, best of luck this weekend. We know that this 22 will definitely be ready to go to the front when it needs to, and we'll be keeping an eye on you throughout the weekend.
Thanks, Spencer. Great to have you here.